Hey everyone, this is Daryl, aka The D from the Simply Incredible podcast, and tonight we're doing a WWE Clash of Champions review. It was a good pay-per-view, actually, pretty good. To me, a couple little surprises as always, because I never know what's going on. I always say this: I don't read the dirt sheets or anything, so I don't really know what they're planning and stuff. And I know a lot of people kind of almost know ahead of time what the outcome's going to be. So I don't mess with that. I wait to the event and check it out. So we started out with the Clash of Champions. Now this was a Raw pay per view, which is kind of interesting. They're starting to do what last month was the first one for SmackDown. So now every other month they're doing a pay per view for the either SmackDown or Raw, and this one was a Raw pay per view, and it started with a pre show. We had Nia Jax versus Alicia Fox, and this was actually surprisingly much better than expected because I thought it was going to be another one of those where Nia Jax comes in, just destroys Alicia Fox in like 2 minutes. But it lasted a little bit longer. Again, not it's not like the greatest match you'll ever see, but I thought it was actually pretty good. Nia Jax got the win, like I think we all knew she was going to do. But not a bad match. It had some good, a few bumps in there. Nia Jax, she's a big lady. She could really do a lot in the division, and I really hope to see her do a lot more. And I believe that's only for the second pay per view in a row. I think this is they only had one pre show match. They had been having two matches, so interesting. And on the main card, we start off with a tag team title match. And I love that they open up with the New Day. I love having them come out, get a lot of energy with them. I love it. A lot of excitement. I love that when they come out. And they went against Gallows and Anderson, or Anderson and Gallows. I think they have it Gallows and Anderson. I think they're saying, but I always call them Anderson and Gallows just alphabetically. I don't know. I might be wrong about that. Really good match, and I'll say this: Anderson and Gallows, really physical tag team. They bring it every time they come out there, and I really like that. Really good team. They have that old school wrestling, kind of like way back when I was young. And yes, I know, way that long ago, there was color TV back when I was young. True story. But back in the mid late '80s, when they had teams that were a lot more physical, a lot tougher teams, and New Day is a more fast team. I mean, they got Big E, but Big E, he's got power moves, but at times he doesn't have that over physical stuff. And these guys have that physical stuff going on. But I was all said and done, New Day got the win, and I really like this. I love this team. I love them coming out. They've got their bootios, they got their t-shirts, and tonight they had t-shirts because they always say who, and they keep going who, and they had a t-shirt who. I like that. I thought that was awesome. And I still got to find me a box of bootios. I got to find that. Second match, they had the cruiserweight not the finals, but they had the cruiserweights come out, and the champion T.J. Perkins went against Brian Kendrick, and they were talking about Brian Kendrick. See, I must say this: I missed the entire cruiserweight tournament, the whole thing. I don't know why I just didn't watch it. I don't know, and it's not because these guys aren't exciting. They are amazing athletes, and it's really good stuff. But for some reason, I just didn't watch it. And I'm going to have to go back and watch it because there's some guys that was in that division that were absolutely phenomenal. But when they were talking about Brian Kendrick, I kept thinking, that name sounds familiar to me. And he had been in WWE before, but it had been a while, and I don't think he made that big a splash, but he looked really good. T.J. Perkins, again, looked really good. Lots of action, some high-flying stuff, a lot of speed stuff, really good. It reminded me back in the late '90s when WCW had their cruiserweight division, when they had Jericho was in it. Who else? Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Dean Malenko, all these guys in that division. It was an amazing division, and if they can get this going, they can do some great stuff coming in this division, and I hope they do. But when it was all said and done, T.J. Perkins won and retained his title. Really good stuff. So I really hope they build that division and add more to it because great division. Next, in the best of seven in the the final match, it's 3-3. And so the final match, Sheamus versus Cesaro. I really like this match. Good stuff. But they had said this is going to be it. This is going to be a definitive final to it. And no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It ended up being a no contest because both of them took some big bumps in this one. And one in particular, Cesaro did the thing where he's running through, dives through the middle ropes, and Sheamus was on the outside, and he hit Sheamus. But when he come down, it looked like he almost spiked himself into the ground. It looked like it could have been really scary, and it was not Sheamus's fault. A lot of times when injuries happen like that, one person didn't do their job and catch properly, but it was not Sheamus's fault. He just dove a little bit lower than he thought, and his angle coming through was almost like coming down, really steep angle, but he was okay and kept going. Good match, but again, it ended up being a no contest. I hope they finish this again. You have another match to finish it because that was real good. That was good stuff there. Next, Jericho versus Sami Zayn. Really good match here. This I keep saying really good match, but this whole card I thought was really good except for one match coming up. But Jericho and Sami Zayn, I really like Jericho for a long, long time. I'm not big on this gimmick he's got going now with a scarf on there, and I don't know what kind of facial hair he's working with here, but the little mustache kind of goatee thing, I don't know what he's going for here. But I'm a huge fan of Jericho. Love his podcast too. But good match. Really good match. Jericho got the win, which I got to be honest, surprised me. I did not see that coming. But good match. Lots of bumps as usual. Lots of submission finishes attempts and stuff. Submission attempts. Good match. Good match. Jericho with the win there. Women's title match. And for me, this was, man, I want to say match of the night, but man, Rollins and Owens. Oh, wow. But this match, great match. Bayley versus Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. Really good match. These women, time after time after time, they put on great matches. Just amazing matches. Now you got Bayley and Sasha up there. Bayley now to the Raw brand, and you got her with Sasha and Charlotte. It's like, wow. That is three great women wrestlers there. And who is that? Is it Dana Brooke? Is that who's with Charlotte? I can't remember if that's who it is or not. I didn't write it down. Doggone it. But anyway, lots of fun in this match. Lots of submission attempts. Lots of bumps. Lots of stuff going everywhere. Little interference, but it was a no DQ. So, all in all, really good match. Charlotte came through with the win on some really good match. I mean, I can't help but say that over and over with this match. These ladies, they go out, and I said it just a minute ago, time and time again, they put on amazing matches. And now you have Nia Jax into the mix. Wow. I mean, this division is really, really picking up. And speaking of women, I don't know if they're changing the name of it, but they were talking about Total Bellas. So I don't know if they're getting rid of Total Divas and just focusing on the Bellas, or is this going to be our second show? I'm not sure about that, and I kind of hope it's not just on the Bellas. I like the Bellas, but not enough to sit there and watch them week after week. But that's just me. To be honest with you, Total Divas I don't watch a lot, but it's kind of funny. It really is. Funny show. Next, in the U.S. Title match, you had Rusev versus Roman Reigns. Good match. Surprising finish to me. At one point, Reigns was about to get a pin, and oh wow, what's her name? Wow, I just totally brain cramped on Lana. I totally brain cramped on Lana. I couldn't think of her name, but Lana interfered. The ref kicked her out, and really, I did not expect that. It's Lana. Lana's gonna be around doing stuff like that. It caught me by surprise, and Reigns ended up getting the win. I don't know why. I just kind of didn't expect him to get the win tonight. I just didn't. I really expected Rusev to retain the title for a little bit longer. So, but Roman Reigns with the win. So he's now the U.S. title holder. Next in the Universal Championship match, which I think is a stupid name for the belt, but you know what? It's okay. The belt looks cool. The belt does look cool. We had Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens, and I've said this before. You put Kevin Owens in just about any match, not any match, but just about, and he's going to shine. He is going to shine. Seth Rollins, when he was gone, for me, the wrestling dropped a notch because I think he is a great performer. One of my best friends on here, he was telling me that he hates Seth Rollins' voice. Can't argue with him. That voice is not a good voice, but you know what? It's the voice that the man has. He's not acting that voice. That is his voice. So there you go. But really great match. Lots of bumps. Jericho come down, interfering, but I think this was a no DQ match too, I believe. So, you know, it was what it was. And when it's all said and done, though, Owens got the win. So there you go. I mean, they tag team, basically almost tag team. Actually, you know what? I don't think it was a DQ match because the ref got hit and the ref was out for a while. And Jericho and Owens basically tag teamed on Rollins. And I don't know why I was thinking it was tag team, but I don't believe it was. And it's so funny. On Jericho's podcast, he had Owens on. And he says, see, it's called My Best Friend, Kevin Owens. And I always think that's funny. But really good match. I mean, those guys, Owens and Rollins, they put on a great match over and over. Who was on the other pay-per-view the other night I was saying that about? AJ Styles, you put him on there, he's going to have a great match also. Just about any time, he's going to have another great match. Dean Ambrose, his game has really picked up a lot. But tonight on this brand, on the Raw brand, I think these two guys are right at the top of the best that wrestling has. Right there toward that top. I mean, there's a few guys that are just above the rest, and I think these two are right there. Great stuff. But all in all, I thought it was a really good pay-per-view. Maybe, you know, not the greatest one we'll ever see. I would give it about a B+ on this one. You know, just a B, not a B+, just a B. So, you know, good stuff tonight. Good stuff. I'm trying to think what's the next one. I know the next one is a SmackDown pay-per-view. No Mercy, that's what it is. No Mercy is the next one coming up just a few weeks, I think. I want to say in 2 weeks, I believe. I might be wrong about that. I have to check my schedule and see what day it is. But that's all we got. Good night of wrestling. And good fun. So that's all we got. And you guys have an incredible day.